Hello students. Today we are going to see DML and DQL commands. This is outline of today's lecture. We are going to discuss DML commands, insert, update and delete. Also we are going to see DQL commands, and there is only one DQL command, that is a select. These are the components of SQL. There are total 5 components of SQL, and in previous lecture we have seen first component, and that is a data definition language. It consists of commands for defining data. It includes commands like create table, alter table, rename table or column, etc. Now let us see second component of SQL, and that is a data manipulation language. First DML command is insert, and this insert command is used to insert one or more records in the table. The insert query has different forms. First form of insert is for inserting values in all columns. Suppose the table is having n columns and you want to insert values for all those n columns. Then this is a syntax for insert. Insert into, after that table name, then the keyword values is used, and in round brackets the values for all columns are specified. Column 1 value, comma, column 2 value, and so on. Command is terminated by semicolon. Now this is a second form of insert. Inserting values in specific columns. Suppose the table is having 4 columns, but you want to insert values for only 3 columns. Then you can use this form of insert. This is a syntax: insert into table name, and in round bracket you have to specify the column names for which you are inserting values. Here in first form there was no need to specify column names because you were inserting values for all columns. But in second form, after table name you have to specify the column names for which values are inserted. So in round bracket column name 1 comma column name 2, round bracket is completed, and after that values keyword is used. After that in round bracket specify values for those specific columns. The command is terminated by semicolon. So let us see demo of these two forms of insert. So as we have seen, we have to click on start, then programs, Oracle database, and then run SQL command line. Here you can connect to database using con command. Con username is system. So here you can type your DML commands and execute. There is one other method for executing commands, and that is a start, programs, go to Oracle database, and then go to database homepage. Such type of GUI will be displayed. Here you have to type username, which is a system database administrator user, and then type password. Click on this SQL and then SQL commands. Here you can type your queries and select query and click on run button. Now in DDL commands we have created one table student. Let us see description of that table using DESC command. DESC and table name is student. So type command, select this and then click on run button. You can see output of this command here. So DESC command, it describes structure of your table. It displays metadata only, means name of table, name of columns, their data type. Such type of metadata is displayed by DESC command. Now we want to insert record into this table using DML command insert. So first form of insert, insert into, table name is student, and then keyword values is used, and in round bracket we have to specify values for all these four columns and in specific sequence. First you have to enter roll number, then suppose name, suppose Lalit, and roll number is having data type number, so it is not enclosed in single quotes, but name is a string, data type is varchar, so it must be enclosed in single quotes. Percentage marks, it is also number, so it is not enclosed in single quotes. And fourth column is date of birth, date of birth is also enclosed in single quotes, and it is entered like this: mmdd dash mon, suppose Jan, January, dash year is suppose 1999, YY. In this format date is specified. Now select this command and click on run button. So one row is inserted into the table. You can see data from the table using select command. This is a DQL command. Select star from table name. Here star is written because you want to see all data from that table. Select this command and click on run button. So here you can see one record which is recently entered into the table. So this is a first form of insert where you are inserting values for all four columns. Now second form of insert where we can insert values for specific columns. For example, suppose we want to insert values for only roll number, name and percentage marks. We don't want to insert value for date of birth for second student. So let us use the insert command. Insert into student. After table name, we have to specify column names for which we are specifying values. Roll number, comma, name, comma. Here you can specify any sequence of column names. It is not compulsory that sequence should be same as this sequence. So we want to specify values for only three columns. So these three columns are written and then values. Roll number is 101. Suppose name is John. Marks 91.27. And we don't want to specify value for date of birth. We want to specify values for only three columns. So this is a second form of insert. Only difference is that after table name we have to specify the column names for which we are inserting values. Select this command and click on run button. So one row is inserted. Let us see data from the table using select command. Select this command and click on run button. Here you can see that two rows are inserted into the table. Here in place of date of birth dash is displayed, means it is a null. Its value is not specified by us. Now third form of insert, and that is inserting multiple records. Means you can insert multiple records using single insert command. In first two forms, we have seen that using one command we can insert only one record. But if you want to insert multiple records into the table using single insert command, it is possible. This is a syntax for that insert. Insert into table name, then the keyword values, and in round bracket you have to specify ampersand column 1 name, comma ampersand column 2 name, and so on. Command is terminated by semicolon. Here values are not specified in the command, only ampersand and column name is specified. When this command is typed and executed, then it will ask, database system will ask for values of each column, value of column 1, column 2, etc. So using this command you can insert multiple records. So let us see it practically. So such form of insert cannot be executed from here, from this graphical user interface. For that you have to execute third form of insert from this SQL command line, because here input is taken from user and user gives input through the keyboard. In first two forms we were giving values directly in the query, so this can be executed from here, database homepage. But here in third form, let us see, insert into table name is student, then values, and in round bracket ampersand, first is roll number, first column name is roll number, comma second column is name, and its data type is string, means varchar, so it is enclosed in single quotes, ampersand name, comma third is percentage marks, it is not enclosed in single quotes because its a data type is number, and last column is DOB, its data type is date, so it is enclosed in single quotes, in round bracket complete and semicolon. Insert into table name values, and here in bracket column names are specified using ampersand. In this way it will prompt for column values, enter value for roll number, enter value for name, like this, which is not possible here. So for only third form of insert you can execute that insert from SQL command line only. So enter value for roll number. Suppose roll number is 102, name is Smita, percentage marks 94.77, date of birth is suppose 13th August, AUG, first three characters are written, and 2000. So one row is created, one row is inserted into the table. Now you want to insert second row. So there is no need to type the query again. Simply use the slash and click enter. Again it will prompt for roll number. Roll number is 103. Name is suppose ABC. Percentage marks and date of birth is suppose 11 DC 1999. Again one row is inserted. In this way you can insert any number of records using slash. Let us insert third record, slash, enter value for roll number 104, name is Rita, percentage marks, and date of birth is suppose 9 October 1998. One more row is inserted. So in this way you can insert multiple records using single insert command. So let us see data from our table. Select star from student. So here you can see the data from the table. Using third form of insert, we have inserted 3 records using single command. In this way, you can insert multiple records using single insert command. You can insert 10 records, you can insert 20 records. So let us see second DML command, and that is a update command. Update command is used to make changes in the database, to update the database. This command consists of set clause and optional where clause. This is a syntax for update command. Update table name, then set column name equal to new value, updated value. And here where condition is written in square brackets because it is a optional. If you want to update records of specific students, means if you want to update only specific rows, then where condition is required. If you want to update all rows from the table, then where condition is not required. The command is terminated by semicolon. Let us see one example. Write query for increasing marks of all students by 5%. Let us see it practically. You can execute the update command from here also, database homepage also. So let us see data from the table first using select command. So these are contents of our student table. Now let us update. What we have to do? We have to update marks of all students, increase marks of all students by 5. Means we want to update all the records. So there is no need of where clause. So let us type that command. Update table name is student, set percentage marks equal to percentage marks plus 5, and where condition is not written because we want to update all the records. So percentage marks equal to percentage marks plus 5. Command is terminated by semicolon. Five rows are updated. You can see it using select command. So here you can see that marks of all students are increased by 5%. Now second, write query for increasing marks of roll number 102 by 5%. Means you have to increase marks of specific student only by 5%. Then it is also possible, but there you have to use where clause. So let us increase marks of roll number 104 by 5%. So you have to write update student set percentage marks equal to percentage marks into 1.05, because you want to increase marks by 5%. And whose marks you want to increase? Where roll number equal to, suppose 103, roll number equal to 103. Here, update student, set percentage marks equal to percentage marks into 1.05, because now we want to increase marks by 5%. Whose marks? We don't want to increase marks of all students by 5%. We want to increase mark of only one student. So where condition is written, where roll number equal to 103. So 103 is having now 83% marks. Let us update it. Select this and click on run. So one row is updated. Let us check in table contents. Select star from student. Select this command and run. Here you can see the marks of roll number 103 are increased by 5%, 87.74, and marks of all students are same as it is, because here we have used where clause. So in this way, for updating all the records, we have used command update student and set marks equal to marks plus 5, for example, where condition is not written. And query for increasing mark of only specific student by 5%. Update student, set marks equal to marks into 1.05, where roll number equal to 102. Now third DML command is a delete command. Delete command is used to delete the record from the table. It can have optional where clause. If you want to delete all records from the table, then there is no need of using where clause. If you want to delete only specific record from the table, then you have to use the where clause. This is a syntax: delete from table name, and where condition is optional. Command is terminated by semicolon. Now let us see example. Delete record of student whose roll number is 100. Let us see it practically. You can do it using SQL command line also. So delete. Before that, let us see contents of table. Here, roll number 100 is present. This record is present, and now we want to delete that record, because suppose this student has cancelled his admission. So delete from student. Delete from table name is student, where condition is written here, roll number equal to 100. Command is terminated by semicolon. One row is deleted. Let us check it using select command. Here you can see that record of roll number 100 is deleted. If you write delete from student and semicolon where clause is not written, then all the records from the table will be deleted. Now third component of SQL is a data query language, DQL. Data query language commands are used for querying data from the database. retrieving data from the database. And DQL consists of only one command, which is a select. Already we have used this select command. This is a syntax for select. Select column name 1 comma column name 2 and so on from table name, and here where condition is a optional. If you want to select all the records from the table, there is no need of writing where condition. If you want to select only specific record from the table, then you have to write this where condition. If you want to see values of all columns, then instead of writing column names, you can write star also. Select star from table name. And if you want to see only values of specific columns, then column names are written. Let us see exercise. Write query for displaying names of student who have more than 90% marks. So we want to display only names of students who have more than 90% marks. Let us see it practically. So this is a data from our student table. Here you can see that there are two students who are having more than 90% marks, and we want to display their names only. So here select, then column names are specified. So we want to display only column name. So only one column is written here. Select name from table name is a student, and we don't want to display names of all students. We want to display names of those students who are having more than 90% marks. So condition is written here, where condition is percentage marks greater than or equal to 90 and semicolon. So here names of those student will be displayed. Suppose you want to display name and their percentage marks who are having more than 90% marks. Then simply here you have to write select name comma percentage marks from student where percentage marks is greater than equal to 90. So here you can see output name and percentage marks of those students who are having more than 90% marks. It is displayed. So in this way you can execute the DML commands and DQL commands. We have seen three DML commands, which are insert, update and delete. And DQL command, it is used for retrieving information from the table. And there is only one DQL command, that is a select. So with this, today's lecture is over. Thank you.